first episode of Working Woman Wednesday. So, speaking of working woman, I'm sitting outside of my job right now on my lunch break, and I literally only have 30 minutes. So, I went to Cabo first of all on this lovely Working Woman Wednesday and got my fave Cabo. I already took a few bites, and because I'm only this Friday I'll be 4 weeks post-op on a surgery I had on my stomach to correct the issue that I had. So I'm still on soft food. So I got pretty much everything that was soft from Kava. So I got regular hummus, the tomato kind of hummus. I got pickles, mixed vegetables, the purple olives, and then two different types of sauces. Their green sauce and their white tzatziki sauce, which both of the sauces are really, really good. So the flavors is bussin', no meat, um, because I really can't take down a lot of meat right now being on soft food diet. I have been able to keep down shrimp and stuff, but I'm just not in the mood for meat. I've been throwing up all morning, so I'm really not in the mood for nothing, but I know I need to put something in my body. Okay, so first of all, what Working Woman Wednesday is for all of us women that work. Whether you're a single parent, whether you don't have kids, we all working. Even if you're not working a 9 to 5, working for somebody, you're probably working for yourself. One or the other. We're still out here working. I wanted to create a safe space for us to come and talk about what work is to us, what work for it, what how do you explain it? Like, the triumphs, the positivity when it comes to work, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's working for 9 to 5, whatever it is, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what I want to talk about on these Working Woman Wednesdays. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Like what we go through. Like, I want you guys to come and engage and comment, drop down in the comments. If you can relate to some of the things that I start expressing that I go through in the workplace, and trying to be an entrepreneur because I am trying to juggle both. Ultimately, I want to be a serial entrepreneur. So, um, right now, I'm pretty much working 2 jobs and having goals and aspirations of being a serial entrepreneur. I'm pretty much trying to use the income. Hey, hey, SH234, welcome in. I'm pretty much trying to um, use the money from these jobs to finance my serial entrepreneurship. Hi, hi, Miss Thompson. So I wanted to come on today for this first episode and pretty much just say I'm tired of working for people, y'all. Ooh, like I know I want to be a serial entrepreneur, but like everybody knows, it take money to make money. And I'm just so tired of getting up early in the morning, dedicating my time to someone else. Thank you for liking the live, Miss Thompson. I'm so tired of that. Like, I'm tired of getting up, dedicating my time and energy and mental space for somebody else. And then on top of that, having to come in and deal with them and their attitudes and the way they talk to you and the way they treat you. You know, I'm just not here for that. But I mean, I know right now as a working woman, I have to be here for that because not only am I a working woman, I'm a single parent as well. And so I have obligations and stuff. So I do need the income. But, so one of the jobs is hybrid. So I'm predominantly at home and that's my main job. Don't get me wrong. I love my main job. Um, I'm not leaving my main job no time soon until I don't even know when, because as far as me trying to be a serial entrepreneur, I definitely will need that income to pursue and have that money to invest in whatever I'm trying to invest in, right? But this second job that I got, whoo, man, it's like I kind of feel like the owner is about to retaliate on me because he be cussing and yelling and putting a whole bunch of exclamation marks through his emails, and then he be emailing saying WTF and WTH. Like, we all know WTF mean what the, WTH mean what the, and putting a whole bunch of explanation marks behind his statements. And it just makes me feel like, why are you yelling at me? And furthermore, on other emails, why are you cussing at me? And why have I not advocated for myself and stood up for myself and told you how I felt? So finally, when I came back to work from having surgery, he ended up using explanation marks in his email to me. And I'm sorry, call me sensitive, call me emotional, call me what you want. I don't want, like, from when I learned in elementary and middle school and, growing up in school, we learned that explanation marks was yelling. So anytime somebody put an explanation mark, I know that you can be excited and you can use an explanation mark in excitement too. But it just, explanation marks are case by case scenario. In the scenario that he was emailing me in, it was not excitement, it was aggression and it was rudeness and it was ugly. And you could just feel the negative energy coming through his email with the explanation marks. So no, I don't want to be yelled at by my boss through email. I'm sorry. I just don't. So, being that I have already been emotional, I'm coming. This is my first day back from surgery, coming in the office. I'm checking my emails, going through emails, and he has an email saying, what did he say? Um, get this off of here, get this out of here, explanation mark, explanation mark, explanation mark. So you're yelling at me. And I just felt like I was fed up that day because that's not his first time sending emails yelling. And like I said, he sent me emails yelling at me saying WTH and WTF. So I sent him an email back advocating for myself. And I told him, I said, going forward, I would not like to be talked to in this manner anymore. I don't want to be yelled at, and I don't want to be cursed at through email or text because he has said cuss words through text. Like, sometime if I'm trying to take off early or I got something to do or I need to take an extended lunch, he'll say, well, damn. Just, I mean, I'm talking about ghetto of the ghettoest of the ghettoest. Like, they talk about us a lot of the times, and these business owners out here are ratchet. They ratchet behind closed doors, and then it trickle over into their professional life too. It can't be hid. So for me, I don't want to accept that. I don't want to be yelled at. I don't want to be cussed at. So I pretty much just told him I don't want to be talked to like this in this manner anymore. I don't want to be cursed at through text and email anymore. And I feel like that he's about to retaliate on me and pretty much lay me off, maybe because of it, because I haven't did anything wrong at this company at all. Me as a working woman out here in America, I have had my share of cattiness, with work. I work in a warehouse full of men, number one, at this second job I have. And then, I do have more women at my main job, but that don't bother me because I'm predominantly at home. That job is hybrid. But being at this office with predominantly men, he just hired another female, which leads into why I feel like he trying to, give her my duties and eventually lay me off, because I feel like the way that he trying to kick it is because he wants to retaliate on me. He know that he got to watch how he move, because I'm very smart and I'm very intelligent, and you got to watch how you do me. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch how you treat me. You got to watch how you talk to me, because I'm not no fool and I know my rights. And I'm just going to leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? So be very, very mindful on how you treat me in this work environment, because I know my rights. And so now I feel like he's trying to be very strategic on how he gets me out of here, just because I emailed him back and asked him not to talk to me, yelling at me and cursing at me through email and text message. Um, and so he hired another woman for another department but he has me training her on my job duties, which is fine because, like he said, this is just for cross training. We know cross training is, everybody need a backup. When you're out, you need somebody to be able to do your job. So, I get it. It's, he's saying cross training right now, but I don't necessarily feel like it's all for cross training. So that's why I wanted my first segment of Working Woman Wednesday to be about this, because I need to be able to come back and keep y'all updated on what his next play is to lay me off, and I do feel like it's going to be retaliation. But in order for him not to make it look like retaliation, I feel like that he's going to use the fact that because in the email, when he finally figured out how to reply to my email with telling him don't be yelling at me and cussing at me through email going forward, um he wrote back and said, continue to do your and the way he wrote this email is just okay. So then what he said: continue to do your job duties as you see fit. But coming the end of the week, I will be letting all employees know their hours and their pay rates will be decreasing and changing due to the economic decrease, due to the economy decrease or something, um, due to the decrease in the economy. You know what I'm trying to say. He basically saying that you can go ahead and come here. This is what I got out of it. Y'all can drop in the comments what you feel like you got out of what he's saying, just to give me a different perspective. But what I feel like I read was, excuse me, do your job duties as you see fit. Like you can come in here and do what you want to do, do whatever you feel like you need to do as far as your job duties. Um, because mind you, he got me trained and the other lady's supposed to be cross training her on my job duties. Not to mention he already has her working on some of my job duties, like while I'm here. He got her working on some of my job duties. And then the way he be kicking emails to her is trying to make it sound like he be trying to make it sound like that he need her to help her do my job duties because he been trying to get this done for months and it ain't done. So I have had to politely go in there and tell her, I know that he has you working on this, but this is the reason why this has not been completed yet, because I've been going through this for all these months with this company trying to get them to do their part. Stuff like that. Like he's kicking it to her like I just haven't been doing my job and got stuff straggling for months that he can't get me to complete. That's a lie. So I just been really watching how he been setting up this play. And I'm really, really intrigued and curious on what his next play is going to be, because the way he set up the email, let me finish that, was continue to do your job duties as you see fit. Okay. Whatever that means. I will be letting, come the end of the week, I will be letting all employees know what their hours and pay decrease will be due to the downfall or downturn in the economy. So I feel like he's going to set it up to where he already can't, like, my thing is he can't take me down a day. I'm already off on Tuesdays, which he agreed to, for me to be off on Tuesdays for now, because I have to go in one day at my hybrid job at my main job. So he been agreed a couple months ago to let me off on Tuesdays. He has let some of those shop guys and warehouse guys, he has decreased their weekly, we decreased them to 32 hours a week, which some not coming on Mondays, some not coming on Fridays. They're mixed up, but he have decreased them down to 32 hours a week, which is a day off. So I already had a day off. So the way I took that email when he sent it to me, I'm like, well, I already have one day off on Tuesdays that's already been approved. I've been on a 32-hour work schedule here. So does he mean that he finna give me a second day off?